Okay, I will only call your name. Let's go to see how we are. Well, your names. And I put it on my glasses. I was able to read, you know, until a few months ago without glasses, but I needed some kind of a surgery. Minor, but because of that, I need glasses to read. Okay. Okay, so we have here Hannah Bera. Yep. You don't know her? Okay. Meanwhile, we'll mark her down. We'll see. And Chaya Atkins?
Yeah.
Hi, Chaya.
Hi.
Good to have you.
Thanks.
And Rachel Shahir? Hi. Shalom. And Rivka Ram? Okay. Rachel O'Connell? Malka Mikaneva. Okay. Nadia Gold.
Hello.
Hello. Hannah Kovtanenko. In this class, you don't know? Okay. Shoshana Kusid.
Yes.
Kusid. Hello. Batya Yagdanov. She's not in this class? Okay. So I'll make it like this. And Samantha Roman. Hi, Samantha. And Chedva Shagalov. Chedva is here? She's not here. Okay. We don't see her. We're marking them now according to what we see. And just telling you hello. I don't know, are you part of this?
Yes, Beth Shapiro.
Beth Shapiro?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Very welcome. Yes.
Could you write down Hannah next to Samantha?
Chava? Hannah who?
Hannah Berman.
Hannah,
They write Samantha, but I'd like to be called Hannah. By Samantha Berman.
I'm looking. So after Samantha, I should add a name, you're telling me?
Like instead of calling me Samantha.
Oh, I should call you Chava?
Hannah.
Hannah. Good. It's good in two ways. I'm not telling you what to do. I don't know you. But without knowing you, Hashem knows you, that you are very special. So what is always good to use the Jewish name. The Jewish name is having a major effect on the entire life of the person. And using it is important for many reasons. So, Mazal Tov.
Rabbi Teichtel.
Yes. I didn't call your name? Okay. So tell me.
Lieber is her boss.
Liba? Liba. What's your last name?
Boss.
Spell it.
B-O-S-S.
B-O-S-S?
Yeah. Thank you.
The name is talking for itself. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Rabbi Meir said it. Rabbi Meir was one of the greatest, most powerful people by the Jewish nation. He was in the time of the Talmud, and it was so great that even his friends that were very great people, sometimes they couldn't understand his depth, his mind was 300 times deeper than their mind. And we're talking about very great people. So he said that name shows on the person. Got it, boss? Okay. Okay. We are here, we're learning this year, we are learning Tefillah. But we'll start Tefillah after the Chagim. Now, before the Chagim, we'll try to cover a little bit from the Machzor about Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. We won't be able to cover everything, but at least some very important things, because there are a lot of important things to know. So by learning even a little bit, maybe a lot, we'll have an idea. And then when Rosh Hashanah will come and Yom Kippur will come and the other days, and you will have the Machzor, and you will maybe from time to time look also in the English translation, it will be easier for you to understand what's going on. Normally, I want you to know that we are now, even now, before Rosh Hashanah, in the month of Elul, we are in a very special time. A time that each one of us could really change the quality of our life, which means even though if we have a very good life, but good has no end and could be better and better. So this month, Elul, is the last month of the past year. And in this month, Hashem is telling us, I want you to know that the next month is the month that could help you so much for the whole entire coming year. What does it mean? Help you in what? Help you in everything. Everything. Number one, physically. Physical life. Physical life is very important for Hashem. He wants us to have a good, happy, healthy life because He created us. Why did He create us? Because He wants us to really enjoy life. For what purpose? Because if we enjoy life, then we'll do things that are really important. So the next month, which is starting Rosh Hashanah, is a major month. It's a month that if we do some things in the right way, the whole entire year is going to be a much more successful year. That's why the next month, the whole entire month, is called HaChodesh HaShvi'i. Somebody understand here Hebrew? I'm just asking for technical things. It's okay if you don't. HaChodesh HaShvi'i means, the literal explanation means the seventh month, because in the Jewish calendar, we're starting to count the months from Nisan, which is really middle of the year in some things, because the beginning of the year, the new year, is starting the next month. That's why we are also changing the way that we're calling the year. Now we're in the year 782. And the next month, when Rosh Hashanah is coming, at 783. So how could we call it the seventh month? It's the first month. But no, it's called the seventh month, because the first month is when Pesach is, in middle of the year. And I'm not going to explain it now to you how it doesn't make sense, right? But that's how it is, which means, of course, we need to explain it. And hopefully one day we'll talk about it. But this what's important for us now to know that it's a new year. Rosh Hashanah is starting a new year, but it's called the 7th month, HaChodesh HaShvi'i. I want you to know that one of the interpretation of Shvi'i, the 7th in Hebrew, a simple interpretation, it means Shvi'i is the 7th. But there is also an interpretation, Shvi'i means satisfied, saveya. This month, almost every single day of every single day of that month is getting so much strength and blessings from God to us. What does it mean to us? Sometimes when we're talking about us, we are one class, but no, to us it means each one of us should feel to me. Hashem is doing that for me personal in my life, with all the challenges and all the difficulties and everything that a person is going through. Sometimes we are coming to a situation that we feel we cannot overcome this challenge. It's too much. It doesn't matter what it is. So Hashem is telling us, I'm talking to you. I'm taking one example just that is in front of me, but Hashem is talking to each one of you. Nadia Gold, Hashem is talking, Nadia, I'm talking to you, Nadia, to you. That's how it is really. It's not only we saying it, it's a real thing. And the next month is a month that every single day, Hashem is giving us special things in my personal life that I need so much, and we have to know it. Now, every day is having a different angle. Some days Hashem is giving us, same way that in our human body, we have eyes, we have ears. So somebody could say, the eyes are very important to me because I have to see. Who cares about the ears? But of course, we won't say it because we need the eyes, we need the ears, we need everything. So every single day in the next month, Hashem is giving us a different aspect that we need in our life, physically, emotionally, spiritually, in everything. So this is really an amazing thing that people should really know it's a reality. It's not just for the books, it's really happens. By the way, I want you to know that even in the average day, we are taking for granted a lot of things that are happening to us. People, we are happy, we are healthy, everything we are thinking, we are riding, we are walking, we don't have any issues. We started to realize that we have teeth when we have pain in the teeth. But you don't think about it when you don't have any pain. We're taking it for granted because who thinks about it? But really, every single moment of life is what Hashem is taking personal care. God forbid, we are breathing. We don't think even about it. But if God forbid somebody is having issues with breathing, we don't want to talk about what happened with the corona, then we know how to appreciate every single moment in our life. And this is not happening by itself. It's happening by Hashem. But when we're coming to the next month is a month that Hashem is telling each one of us, please do specific things because I want to give you these things for the whole entire year in the best way. And these things that you do is not because Hashem needs it. He doesn't need it. It's only because he cares for us and he loves us. Hashem does not need us. He does not need anything. He is perfect. It's not even correct to say that he is perfect. Perfect means somebody that is having everything, could see, could breathe, could eat, could run, could walk around, could talk to people. That's what we call imperfect. But Hashem is above all of this. If God forbid, we want to see, if we don't see, we feel so horrible. Hashem doesn't need all of this because he's having all of this, but he's above all of this. He doesn't need us, but he loves us. And that's why he created the world. He loves us. I'm not going to explain it now, but hopefully you have other classes that will talk about it. There is so much to talk about it. But the bottom line is Hashem loves us. Remember, not us, me. You have to feel and know that it's talking to me personal, in my personal life. Sometimes we're talking about us. There's a whole class, I said it just before, but some people could say, yeah, in general, Hashem loves everyone, but it's not talking to me. It's my issues, my challenges. No, me, everyone. So, and therefore, Hashem is telling us that the month of Tishrei, when it's coming, he's asking us to do these things because these things will make our life in a much better way. That's why all of this is included in one word. There's a lot to talk about it, but remember what I told you, that we'll talk about few things because we don't have enough time to explain everything, but that's how we're starting everything in life, starting with a little bit. That's why you will realize that the prayers of Rosh Hashanah, and not only Rosh Hashanah, all the 10 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, there is one word that is being reminded and saying it again and again and again. What is the word? Only if you think that you know which word.
Isn't it like you said the days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur?
Yeah.
It's like awe. Like
Right, but I wanted to be a little, you're right. But they say Aseret Yemei Tshuva, right? But there is one word specifically, the king. HaMelech, the king. This word is being repeated itself constantly, especially on Rosh Hashanah, all the 10 days, but especially on Rosh Hashanah. The word HaMelech is such a powerful word. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of time to go some of the prayers and you see it. How many times it's being mentioned? In Rosh Hashanah in the morning, said about a very powerful great man. When he came to the wall in the middle of the prayer, HaMelech, he fainted because he understood it, the meaning of it, so powerful that it took him over completely. So what is the word HaMelech? Why is it so important? What's a big thing? And why Rosh Hashanah? Why? So I want to tell you something. HaMelech does not mean the ruler. Ruler is called in Hebrew Moshel. What's the difference between a king and a ruler? We really don't have a king today, a real king that in the real meaning. What is the difference? Could you come up with some ideas? Remember, I will call your name just to recognize you. I told you, some of you, I thought almost 50 years. That's not so much. 100 is also not so much. I'm not 100. But almost 50 years in Shiva University, girls. I have 3 generations of students. Some of them, I just met them 2 weeks ago in Long Island. I don't want to tell you how old they are, but they're in their high 60s.
Wow.
I started young. The Rebbe told me and my wife, we wanted to go after our wedding to Shlichut. Everyone should go all over the world to make people to know how good it is to do what Hashem wants. So the Rebbe told us we should do education, Jewish education. So my wife is the principal of high school, Miss Rivka, here, and I went to Yeshiva University. So I have first generation, yeah. It's everything is your life, your world. Then I have a second generation, their daughters, and I have their granddaughters. Okay, so, Baruch Hashem, very good. So, with them, I had them every day also, and I repeated, I saw them every day, and I repeated the name, so I remember them. But here, if I want to say your names, I want to recognize you, okay? So, what do you think, Hannah?
Yes.
What do you think is the difference between a king and a ruler?
A ruler is someone who could probably just be appointed or elected, and king is probably someone who's like born into that leadership.
Okay, you're right. I want to tell you another point. A king cannot be a king if there is no nation. Yeah, a king and who? In Hebrew, it's called Ein Melech Belo Am. Cannot be a king if there's no nation. The king needs the nation. He not really needs, but in order, he should be able to do what he wants. All the good things, he must have people. People that will like him, will coronate him, because if people don't like him, then his kingdom is nothing. Then he's a ruler. A ruler could be a dictator also. He's ruling, he's not depending on the nation. He's doing what he or she is doing what they want. King is not like this, yes.
So you're saying, I always thought that Ein Melech Belo Am means that the king can't be a king without people in general, but you're saying that the difference between a melech and a ruler is that in this case, like the loves the king and they choose him. So the melech is chosen by the people.
Right. That the king needs the nation. He doesn't need, he could be what he is, could have a great life and everything. But in order, the king wants to have a very successful state and country, and he wants to implement a lot of good things. So he cannot do it if the nation don't care for him. If he sees that the nation don't care for him, then he doesn't want to be a king. He doesn't want to be a king. A king is a special person. I'm not talking about all the aspects of a king. King is having a special personality that he feels that he's above other people. But the word king means not his special personality. The word king is that he wants to express himself. He wants to make the people good. So when we're saying Hamelech about Hashem, what is that telling us? It's not only telling us that Hashem is mighty, he's a ruler. No, Hamelech means that he really wants us. And he wants us if he sees that we want him. So on Rosh Hashanah, one of the most powerful things, this is how we're starting the year. Before we're starting about details, if we do mitzvot, we behave in a good way. The first step is we are accepting, we are showing to the King, to Hashem, we are showing him, we love you and we want you to accept us. Because if the King is seeing a small love that the people are showing and a small serious they are, he will give more to the people. So there are two things. When we're saying Hashem is a melech, and what happened on Rosh Hashanah, we are concentrating. The main concentration on Rosh Hashanah is that we are telling Hashem, please, Hashem, we know that you love us and you want to give us, but please accept us. We want you to be our king, that you should be proud of us. The king also, it depends what kind of people he's having, but you should know that we are very sincere with our love to you. We really want you, we want to listen, we know that you do it not because you want to become big, because you want us. So we are asking you, please, number one, you should know that we are coronating you. And we are asking you that you should accept us. This is the most powerful thing in Rosh Hashanah. That's why you will see the word HaMelech is being mentioning so much in the prayers of Rosh Hashanah. One of the prayers is, Umloch ata Hashem Elokeinu levadecha. Please, Hashem, be the king and all your creations. What does it mean? It means we feel if you, Hashem, will accept us, we are protected. Because we have the backbone that we could rely. If somebody, let's talk not about a king, somebody in life, you need to feel that you have something that you could rely on it, that you could trust on it. Sometimes it could be a person that you feel that person will always protect you in every situation. But if somebody does not have you don't have somebody that you could rely on it, you feel very loose, very lost. So if we know that we have Hashem, which Hashem has no limitations. No limitations means simple the way that we say it, no limitations. We feel so different because, like we said before, there are challenges. And sometimes in our mind, we feel that we cannot continue, we cannot be successful. But if we know that we have Hashem, and Hashem has no limitations, and Hashem loves me, always remember it's me, we're talking about me personally, then even if we don't have the solution sometimes, we are not worried if we are really sincere about it, because we know we have Hashem. And this is one of the main goals of Rosh Hashanah, HaMelech. And that's why it's not only Rosh Hashanah, it's going on for 10 days. But Rosh Hashanah is very, very basic. But you know that in prayers, even in prayers, when somebody is praying Shacharit, for example, he's saying Shmona Esrei, there are some lessons that we have to say instead of whole year we're saying Hakel HaKadosh, we say HaMelech HaKadosh. Instead of saying the Holy God, we're saying the Holy King. And it's so far that if we don't say that, in these 10 days, we have to repeat the prayer. Why? What's a big thing to say the Holy God? No, but the emphasis is here that it's a Holy King. Of course, it's the God, the Holy King. And this is making a major influence on our life. Okay? So this is one thing. So when we're saying HaMelech, the word king means that he is close to us, because there is no king without us. Ein melech belo am. That's one thing which is very, very important. Now, you know, Rosh Hashanah is called, you said before, that is days of awe. Yeah. Why? Because these days, Hashem is giving us a new chance for everything. And it is very, in Hashem, the way that we are behaving at these days, Hashem is sentencing us for the whole coming year. Rosh Hashanah is called the day that Hashem is giving the sentence to everyone. That's why it's also called Yom Hadin, the day of judgment. But we have to remember a very important thing. Who is sentencing us? It's not a stranger. He's saying it's not a real thing. Somebody got from IRS that he sued for very heavy things, so much money and everything. He was so worried and everything. And the day came and he meets who is the person that is interviewing him and supposed to sentence. It's his father. So we understand how he feels. So when we're saying that Hashem is sentencing us, It's not like the harsh meaning of sentence. It means Hashem is giving us the direction. What should we do in order that the next year should be a better year? But of course, it is very important to do some things. That's why the first night of Rosh Hashanah, after davening, you know that everyone is blessing your friends. You're saying to any friend that you have, don't be overwhelmed. You don't have to go around and look for people. But when you see somebody and you're saying, Leshana Tova Tikatevi V'tichatemi, which means you should be sentenced, should be written down, and it should be signed for a good year. Because on Rosh Hashanah, by the way, if you want to know, just the way to do it is if you see a man, then you say in Hebrew, it's different. Leshana Tova Tikatev V'teichatem. It's the same meaning, but you're saying it a different way. It should be written in a sentence. For a woman, you're saying Tikatevi, Techatemi. It's the same thing, but it's a different expression. If you're saying it in English, it doesn't make a difference. Okay? And also in Hebrew, there's a difference between plural and singular, but in English, it's all the same thing. But the idea is, by the way, I'm just telling you, again, everything that we're learning, we have to know that Hashem is looking for us, and we should never be overwhelmed with anything, because sometimes we need more times, we need to take it easy. But by the way, I'm just letting you know that maybe one day, if it's possible, it's always better to say the prayers in Hebrew. And again, I gave you the introduction. Remember the introduction. Don't get overwhelmed. We can't do that. So don't. Why? Because in the words in Hebrew, there is not only the English, is a translation. This is also, if you can do it in Hebrew, you should do it in English. And Hashem understands everything, what even you don't think about it even. Because we're saying it in the prayer, you know, every day we're saying by the end of the prayer, Hashem, accept what I said and what my heart felt, which I didn't say. But if it's possible to say in Hebrew, in the words in Hebrew, the people that wrote it were very holy people, and they wrote it in prophecy. So many more things that we are even thinking about, it is included. But again, like I said, don't get overwhelmed. Do it in the way it's possible. Okay, so we got the idea about Hamelech. We got the idea about that we should not be afraid. It's a day of sentence. The sentence is only to improve our life. The sentence, how we should think. What could we do in order it should make our life even better? It's like in physical life. When we want to get some kind of a job, and we studying for that because we want to know how to be more successful. We cannot rely only on our instinct. Okay, so that's another thing which is very important about Rosh Hashanah. I also want you to know that on Rosh Hashanah, it's called, in Hebrew, it's called Rosh Hashanah. Why is it called Rosh? In English, how do you call the first year, the first day of the new year? It's called New Year, right? It's not called the head of the year, but in Hebrew, in the Torah, everything is very exact. It's not just words. It doesn't call Tchilat Hashanah. New Year means Tchilat Hashanah. It's called Rosh, the head of the year. And this is very, very exact, because the head means, same way in a human body, we have a lot of organs that are very important: heart, liver, lungs, eyes, etc. But the head is the navigator. of everything, is the source for everything. Same thing, these 2 days at the beginning of the year, they are the head of the year, which means that everything that we do, it is really having a major influence. And therefore, again, don't get overwhelmed for everything. I'm just giving you information. That's why on Rosh Hashanah, also on Yom Kippur, it is important, if you could, to say Tehillim. You know what Tehillim is? Tehillim is very, very powerful psalms. It is very powerful. The Torah is telling us if people will know what this is doing for them, to say it, even if they don't understand what they say, just by saying it, they will always say it. So on Rosh Hashanah, if you have some time, or even if you don't, make some time to say at least something in your free time. There are some people, I'm just telling you information, not telling you to do it. There are some people that are literally doing nothing on Rosh Hashanah except to sleep and to eat and to pray. But any other free moment, they just say Tehillim. Even at night, when they saying Tehillim, because this is so crucial on the day, the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Okay, so you want to open maybe, you have the Machzorim, a little bit inside. So quickly, I'm going over the names again. Chaya Atkins, just tell me who you are. Chaya. Hi, Chaya. Rachel Tahir. Hello. Rivka Ram. Oh, no, she's not here, I'm sorry. Rachel Okana. Malka. It's you. Okay. Nadia. Chana, not here. Shoshana.
I'm here.
Hi. Chana. Hello, woman. Beth. And Liber the boss. Okay. Okay, so if you could open it. Yeah, Machzorim, everyone is having. You could use the English one. Just 1 second, I'm sorry. This is a telephone that I cannot not answer, even though it's not right. רז, אני רוצה לדבר איתך, אבל אני עכשיו באמצע שיעור, אז אני יכול לצלצל אליך בעוד חצי שעה, בסדר? Okay. 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 So we could open. Everyone is having here. I'll take the English one. Again, the same page. I'm telling you 1 second on which page, okay? Not if you ask me? Okay. So, very important to know that on Rosh Hashanah, we are not asking for forgiveness. Yom Kippur is completely a different day. Yom Kippur is a day that we're asking for forgiveness, but Rosh Hashanah, we are not. And this is important, not to ask for forgiveness on Rosh Hashanah, because it could be even a negative thing to mention. Some of the prayers are telling to Hashem, Hashem, we sin. On Rosh Hashanah, we don't say it, because it's not a good idea to say that we sin, because there is an angel which is a prosecutor, and Hashem does not want to hear that we are saying that we sin. This angel, the prosecutor, will tell Hashem, why do you want to help them when they're telling you that they sin? So that's why all the prayers that are talking about we sin, we are taking them out of Rosh Hashanah. For example, we have the prayer of Avinu Malkeinu, you know what it is? that we're asking Hashem a lot of kind of things. So we don't say the first one, Avinu Malkeinu Chatanu Lefanecha, we sin. We don't say it on Rosh Hashanah. And also there is other ones that are mentioning sins in Avinu Malkeinu. We don't say them on Rosh Hashanah. Okay. So in page in page 31, I would start even 30 in the beginning. In the bottom, maybe I will ask you to read it, and I think it will be better. Page 30 in the bottom. 30. You have it? Everyone is having it?
Page 30. Is this one?
Or maybe you have a, I have this one, you have a different one? I have that color. Yeah, this is I have.
They're the same.
It's the same?
Is that Amida?
Yeah, the
Starting
middle.
with the Amida? Yeah.
Same pages?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you read it.
Page 30. So,
Liva, you want to read it?
sure.
Okay, start to read. It said, to all generations. In the bottom, almost at the end.
Through all generations proclaim the kingship of Hashem, for he alone is exalted and holy.
Okay, so this is fitting to the thing that we said. We are telling Hashem that, okay, that we are proclaiming you for king. Continue, Liba. Next page.
And thus shall your name, Hashem, be sanctified upon Israel, your people, upon Jerusalem, your city, upon Zion, the abode of your glory, upon the kingship of the house of David, your anointed, and upon your dwelling place and your sanctuary.
Okay, so here basically everything just the way that we said, we are asking Uvechein, and therefore we are asking that your name should become holy and known by who? By the Jewish people, your nation, and Yerushalayim, your city, and on Zion, and on Zion, which is the place that you are dwelling, which is the Beit HaMikdash, and it should become an Malchut Bei David Meshichecha, and the kingdom of David, that he is proclaimed by you to be the king, and every holy place. So in this prayer, we are starting to tell Hashem, we are asking you, Hashem, since we are accepting you, we are asking you, dwell, reveal your name, because when we are feeling Hashem is revealing himself on us, it helps us to be more connected to him. So here in this part of the prayer, he's saying few basic things by the Jewish people. There are few things that if Hashem is resting, dwelling on them, then it's going to these things, it's going to the whole entire world. What are the few things? The first thing is Al Yisrael Amecha. We're asking you to dwell on the Jewish people. Why the Jewish people? This is a very important thing that many people don't understand. We are always saying that Hashem chose us from all the other nations. Later we'll see it also. It does not mean that the other nation and also creations, even not people, are not important. Everything that Hashem did is important. Hashem create human being, other nation, also because it's important. But the way that Hashem made it is that he created the Jewish nation, he put in them, I'm not going to explain it now, but in the Jewish nation, he put special godly power. It's called neshama. For what purpose did he do it? Because we are having something, a godly thing in us that Hashem did not give it to other people, not because they are not important. That's how Hashem made. For what purpose did Hashem do it for us? Because he wanted us to sanctify, to make the whole entire world a good world. So Hashem chose us to be the people that are purifying the whole entire world. We have a mission. So that's why it's so important. What we are doing, it's important for the whole entire world, because if we are not doing our part, then the whole entire world is not going to be in the way that Hashem wants. That's why we are asking here, please Hashem, sanctify your name, which means reveal yourself, make us to feel you. On who? So the first thing we're saying, on Yisrael Amecha, on the Jewish people, your nation. The next paragraph, he will talk about the other nations and about the whole entire world, even creatures that are not human and everything that is in the, because everything is important, but it has to start with us. That's why we, in the first thing we are asking, Hashem, reveal your name, Al Yisrael Amecha, because this is so meaningful. A lot of people don't understand it. They're saying, wow, what kind of words are these? What kind of behavior it is? But this is good for them. You cannot ask, why is Hashem choosing one person should be part of the Jewish nation, one person should not be a part of, like I hope you will understand what I'm saying, like a person, an average person, not a Jewish person even, that is having a beautiful family and be everything amazing in job and everything, and he's having also a dog that he loves, and the dog is very beloved and everything, but he won't say, I hope, that the dog is equal to his son. He won't say it. Unfortunately, I think today there are people who will say it, but that's a different, but in a natural way, you could love the dog and all the feeling and everything. And you can, and he also won't say, hey, why, God, why did you create the dog a dog? Why didn't you create him as a son? It's my son. Hashem is having his reasons and he's having his things. It's a fact, right? We could discuss it, we could explain it, but this is a human being and this is a dog. Not taking away anything. We don't say because it's not a human being, that's why you could be brutal and cruel to the dog. This is against what Hashem wants. You have to be very kind to everything. So same thing, we cannot ask, even though that this is being discussed and explained, how come this person, Hashem made this person a Jew? Hashem made this person not a Jew. Hashem is having his reason, there is explanation to it. It's not showing that if somebody is not Jewish, you are nothing. No way. You are very important, Hashem created you, but you have to know, you cannot change the facts. You cannot take, somebody likes a steak, and somebody is having, he was served a piece of fish. So he will say, okay, you know what? You're not a fish, you are a steak. It doesn't make sense to because you are, this piece is a fish, it's not a steak. It doesn't matter, you could say it as much as you want, it's not changing the fact. Same thing is what Hashem created, everything that Hashem created, it's the way that he created. You cannot change by deciding, like you say on the piece of fish, it's steak. So if somebody Hashem creates Jewish, it's a different kind of thing. Hashem put in the Jew godly energy. He put even in the physical body of the Jew, Hashem created with different godly things. That does not mean that if somebody is not Jewish, it's not important. But you cannot say, unfortunately, There are people that calling themselves, I don't want to talk about it, calling themselves rabbis, reform, and conservative, that they're taking people that are not Jewish, and they're telling them that they are Jewish, which is so not fair, by doing things, and they are not, because you cannot change yourself only in the way that Hashem is telling you. If somebody is not Jewish wants to be a Jew, 100% could be 100% a Jew, but you have to do it in the way that Hashem said it, because Hashem could change. If somebody is not Jewish, become a Jew according to the way that Hashem said, this person is getting a godly neshama. This person is changing. But who is changing it? Hashem is changing it. We cannot change it. So if somebody is doing it not in the way that Hashem said to do it, it cannot be changed. So that's why we didn't speak about it now. This is a completely different discussion. But that's why the first thing that we are asking Hashem after we are coronating him, and we are asking Hashem, please become holy, reveal yourself, Hashem, our God, and who? And Yisrael, your nation. Why? Because if we will have Hashem's revelation, then this will be good for the whole entire world, because then we will fulfill our responsibility, not only to make ourselves the right way, but to make the whole entire world in the best way. And then we're saying, Al Yerushalayim Erecha. What does it mean, Yerushalayim Erecha? The city of Yerushalayim. The city of Yerushalayim, unfortunately, today we are in Galut. We don't have everything that Hashem is giving in Yerushalayim. It's holy today also. Eretz Israel is a holy land, but a lot of major things that Hashem is revealing, and this have a major effect on the city and on the nation and on the whole entire world. They're asking Hashem should be reveal his name on the city of Yerushalayim. The same thing we're saying on Tzion Mishkan Kvodecha, which is the Beit HaMikdash, the house that Hashem is dwelling there. And I want you to know, Beit HaMikdash is not just a house. Beit HaMikdash is the place that Hashem is dwelling there openly. And you know what it means? For example, everything that happens in the world came through the Beit HaMikdash. For example, in Beit HaMikdash, there were no windows. You know, there was windows, but not regular windows like here. Why do you need a window normally? Because you need the light to come from outside inside, right? That's why you need a window. But in Beit HaMikdash, the windows were in a different way. You could see here, for example, this window, it's wide a little bit, right? So it's straight here, but in Beit HaMikdash, it was made in such a way that the inner part here was narrower, was not so wide, and deeper was wider. And that's the opposite of the logic, because normally you want the light to come from outside inside. But in Beit HaMikdash, you made the inside narrower. Why? To show we don't need in Beit HaMikdash the light should come in. We need the light should come from Beit HaMikdash. It's becoming wider to the whole entire world. Because everything that happened at Beit HaMikdash was Hashem's energy. And from there, the whole entire world got the energy from there. And we miss a lot of things today that we don't have the Beit HaMikdash. That's why we are asking Hashem to holy his name, to dwell in Beit HaMikdash. Then we're asking about something else. Well, they'll be upset at me, right? I'm a little too late. Okay. Al Malchut Beit David Meshichecha. This is a whole thing for itself. Hashem chose David HaMelech, and only from him Mashiach should come. And there is a reason for that. David HaMelech was an extraordinary person that he was selfless. His whole entire being was Hashem. And he did everything that he could to make the whole entire world to accept Hashem's holiness and power. During David HaMelech's lifetime, all the nations in the world started to behave better. Everyone was afraid of him if they were evil people, and many nations became better. And David and then Shlomo, it goes together. It was a peaceful world. And this is going to happen when Mashiach will come. It's going to be even more. So we're asking Hashem, reveal yourself on the kingdom of David HaMelech, which is your Mashiach. So here we have the basic things that if Hashem will dwell and he will reveal himself in these things, this will have an effect on the whole entire world. That's why we're starting with this. Then he said two more things, but he didn't explain it. After that, he's going to say, Hashem, reveal yourself, make the whole entire world to accept you. Maybe they could not accept you in such a holy way, in such a high way, like you revealed yourself more than the Jewish people, but the whole entire world should be changed. Okay? Thank you very much. Have a wonderful life. Yirtzeh Hashem, next week in Yerushalayim. Okay.
Great job.
Good luck and everything.
So always say yes. So I hope she's in town. I get myself
Yeah.
I'm thinking of trying like some